Hi guys, and welcome to RJ's Chats. Today's video is going to be about cyberbullying, more specifically when it comes to the wrestling industry. So let's get to it and let's talk about it. So like I said, this video is about cyberbullying in the wrestling industry, and it comes from both sides, the critics and the fans. And the reason why I want to get onto this topic is because a little while ago there was a female wrestler, Hema Mora, I think her name was. She actually committed suicide at the age of 22 years old because of cyberbullying, again, from both fans and critics alike. Now, it's not made very clear, at least not from the articles that I've been able to find. It's not been made clear as to what the cyberbullying was based on, but there was a couple of suggestions that it might be that she went rogue on a promo and really offended both the fans and critics. And there was a few floating around saying that she was going to be in a reality show on Netflix, and she apparently does or said something on there that her fan base and critics really didn't like. But that TV show was suspended due to COVID-19. So unless it was some leaked footage or something, or just it by word of mouth it got out, I don't know. So that one's probably less likely. But either way, it's just disgusting to see it actually happening. Now everyone knows about cyberbullying when it comes to kids, because you kind of expect it, and then that's why you teach your kids to go just ignore them, block them, don't have them on your social media. And when it comes to kids, it's easier because it's less. And even if it is a big group, say they've posted something on Facebook in a group and people are just getting on at them, then you can just block the group. So it is easier with kids, but it is also just as bad. And it really does fall onto the social media platforms to be doing more to watch out for cyberbullying. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this. Again, like I say in all my videos, comment in the comment section below as to how you feel on the topic, what you think of the video, and give your voice and your opinion, because I want to hear what you guys have to say as well. But me personally, you should, no matter how old you are, child, teenager, adult, you shouldn't have to go out your way to block people or to have to delete your account, which I saw there was one suggestion on one of the articles which I found really offensive. Because why blame the victim in this case? It should be, like I said, the social media platforms need to have a better guard and security in place to stop cyberbullying. Now, yes, it's true, she could have just come off social media, or she could have just ignored those posts or whatever. But the articles that I read, all of them, they all said the same thing. It was on a day-to-day basis that she was getting cyberbullied by both the fans and the critics. And it's unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary, because if it is something that she's done in any kind of work, it's not for anyone to go online and keep pushing her about it. It's up for that employer to deal with it, and then that's it, it's done. If anything, you have a pop at the management of whichever company it is that she was working for when it happened, and you tell them, look, we're not happy with this, it's not going to stand, you need to do something about it, and you pressure them, because they've got people in place that can deal with these kind of things, even if they think it's okay. And unfortunately, when it comes to the wrestling industry, that's just the kind of fans and critics you have to expect. Now, I'm not saying that all of them are like that, because I myself, I used to be a wrestling fan when I was younger, but I grew out of it, and it's just something that I can never see myself getting back into, if I'm being honest. But that is something that does come with the job. But you shouldn't be expected to deal with it's basically harassment on a daily basis. You expect to get the basic criticism of boo, you suck, or you're crap at wrestling, or something like that. But for someone to go and commit suicide, that means she must have been getting this on a daily basis for nothing. Like, she must have been getting so much, and it must have been with so much hate behind it to drive her to feeling like suicide was the only way out. And that's why I also blame not only social media platforms, but I blame the companies themselves. I feel like they don't look after their wrestlers the way they should. and they need to be held more accountable for looking after wrestlers online. So I don't know, maybe something like if professional wrestler, sorry, I lost my words for a second, wants to set up a online presence, then they should have to do it through their company, and someone at that company monitors the account, so that when if they then see that this person's getting so much hatred, that they can put a stop to it. Who knows, if it was a promotional thing and she apparently went rogue, it could have been set up from the beginning. They could have literally have said, here's a script, if you want to go with it that way or do it yourself, it's up to you. You can do it however you want. I know that All Elite Wrestling is currently doing that. They're letting their wrestlers basically say what they want to say. So they definitely need to be looking out for their staff more, and that is definitely something that needs to be pushed. And also, they should have like psychic evaluations on a very frequent basis, whether it be weekly or monthly. Now, I don't know if they already have this in place, but if they do, then whoever this company is that she worked for, they clearly let her down, as they didn't do their job properly, because it would have been very present that she wasn't in the right frame of mind. One thing I didn't mention earlier, which I meant to, was she actually did post on social media cries for help. That's how bad it was getting before she committed suicide, obviously. But I mean, in terms of, she actually put certain posts out there where she had self-harmed, and I think one of them was she was with her cat, I think it was, and she put the message goodbye on it. And on another one she wrote, I don't want to live this life, I want it to be loved and everything. So there was cries for help. And now if this company that she worked for did try and look after her, did have some kind of psychic evaluation in place, or they was keeping an eye on her online presence, just anything like that, or her colleagues going onto her page, because I do see that where other wrestlers will be tagging other wrestlers on, say, Twitter, and they'll be communicating on there. If anyone had been watching her account, they would have seen that she needed help. But again, this is where it also comes down to the social media platform. In this case, Twitter. If they had a better system in place, they would have found those posts and flagged something up. So again, this is my opinion. She's been let down by her company. She's been let down by the social media. If those two industries had better protection against cyberbullying, there would be less suicides. Now, it's more heard of in young people, because they've not experienced life enough. They're not confident enough yet. They feel like they've got no one to turn to. They might not want to turn to their parents in case they feel embarrassed. They don't want to turn to teachers at school or college for the same reasons. And then they just feel like they've got no one to talk to, and then they take that way out. And until now, that's the only way I've ever heard of cyberbullying happening. Obviously, it happens to everyone, but then as you get older, you deal with it in a different way or whatever. But clearly, she felt like she had no way out because she didn't feel like anyone had her back. Now, that speaks volumes. That really does. For a 22-year-old woman to feel like no one in her family had her back, no one in the place that she worked had her back. Now, bear in mind, she was working alongside hundreds of colleagues. Literally, because you've not only got the wrestlers, but you've also got management, you've got even the people like the stage crew and everything like that. Now, you might not consider them, but they're still colleagues. She might have made friends with some of them, and then she'd be able to take them to the side. None of that. She felt like she had no one like that she could go to. So, as I always say, I don't want to ramble on for too long, because I know that's when people get bored and they just go, alright, click off. I know I'm one of those people. I do it myself. But I do just want to say, I don't want to just put a video out there and do nothing about it. So I am going to be going online and finding links to websites and to organisations as well that you could talk to if you are affected by cyberbullying, or if you know anyone that is affected by cyberbullying that you're trying to reach out to and they just seem very shut off and closed. Who knows, it might help if you send it to them either on social media or through WhatsApp, text message, email, just in some way send the information to them, and who knows, it could help them. So I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna put it in the comments below, or if I can't get in there, then I'll try and fit it in the description. And I just want to say a big thank you for watching this video all the way through to the end. Don't forget to leave your opinions in the comment section below. please give me a like, subscribe, click that notification button so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos, and I'll speak to you again soon. I know I said goodbye, but I did just go back and watch it, and I noticed that there is a little bit of noise in the background. I just want to say sorry. Still, thank you again for watching it all the way through, even after that. My partner's in the kitchen at the moment, and the noise come from outside, even though the door and window is closed. I would normally shoot the videos in the bedroom if I can, but my 4-month-old is currently asleep, and the noise is coming from my partner in the kitchen who makes soaps. So hopefully next time it will go better, but thank you again for watching all the way through.